Hey, alright, so I'm doing an updated video on Doja Cat because someone left me a comment today. It's Sunday that I'm recording this, but I don't like posting videos on Sunday, so I won't. I'll post this tomorrow, Monday. This is when you are probably seeing it, if you're seeing it fresh. But you left me a comment. It says, can you please do an update on her, or whatever you said. And I don't know why, but I was like, it made me laugh. It's so funny to me. I have no idea why it's so funny. I just wanted to, I want to emphasize that it's funny because it doesn't make sense. And I still feel tickled about it. So I'm like, that's weird. That's a really weird reaction. Like, I laugh at everything, but I genuinely find that so funny. I have no idea why. I'll link it below for those of you who have not seen that last video, that last video that I did, to kind of just brief you guys on everything, to kind of catch you up on what I know about her since that last reading. Is pretty much nothing. I see the headlines every once in a while, where she's just doing really well with her album, Planet Her. I've heard some of her songs, but not in its entirety. I don't really listen to her music. Well, I don't really listen to that many mainstream music. I'm trying to think of what else I know. So the thing is sometimes when I see, I don't know where I'll see her, I guess online, or maybe she's on the music's on commercials or something, or maybe on the radio, and it's just passing through, picking up on this stuff. It makes me smile because I don't know if I said it in the last video. I feel like I didn't really emphasize it. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep thinking about it. I wouldn't keep being reminded of it. Because if you watch any of my other stuff, I mention how when I do readings, I forget the information. The energy leaves me, and so basically that indicates to me, like I said, what needs to be passed along. And sometimes I withhold information because it's the celebrities, and sometimes I feel called to do it. And normally the reason is because multiple reasons. Number one, if it's a message directly for me and it's some sort of indication or lesson that I'm supposed to highlight in my life, so it's kind of using the person that I'm doing a reading on as it's like a two-way street, a two-way exchange. It's you're teaching me things about myself or about my journey that I wasn't privy to before I met you or before I did the reading, right? Other reasons potentially why is because if I get so much information, then, sorry, I knew that was gonna go away. If I get so much information, sometimes I have to just pick out what the strongest energy is and then go from there, so that I get what the overall message is, the guidance, the overall guidance for someone. Okay, so oh, what I was gonna say. So what I saw in that last reading was the colors that I see in her music videos of her constantly looking like an alien or something. I kept seeing otherworldly things that, spaceships or aliens and teals and purples and stuff like that. And so I can see where that parallel came in, where that, what that was telling me. And I don't know why, it just it makes me smile. It makes me happy for some reason. not because of accuracy or inaccuracy on my end. There's just something that makes me happy, and I think that indicates to me that so I'm going to switch over now. I'm going to switch over as if I'm doing the reading for Doja. So that indicates to me that you are feeling fulfilled. You're feeling a lot more fulfilled than you have ever been before, and you realize you are a rising star. That momentum that has been accumulating, things that you've been working on, you're finally seeing that be manifested in the real world. It's being created here in this world of everything that you've been working towards. And this, it's a good kind of tension that you had in your life in the past of like knowing what you're capable of, knowing what you're meant to become, knowing who you are, but how you weren't seasoned enough to showcase your abilities. You know, it was like you had that realization that I'm very young and I just don't have those qualities yet, but I know how to get there, and I know that I will. You know, it's kind of like, I can compare it to, I'll compare it to, well, I'll just compare it to you. It's like a baby version of you versus you now as an adult, and how that baby, like your baby version, you have all the gifts that you have now, spiritually speaking, and all this. It was more of just honing in on it and being able to understand how to use your gifts, you know. It's like that. And also timing has a lot to do with it as well. And so all of those factored in is bringing you to this place of fulfillment for you. There's a situation that is being highlighted to me. And I don't think this has happened yet. I think that is coming up very soon. However, I might be wrong in the timing. And I'm just going to tell you the situation. But again, this could just be symbolic of what's really going to happen. But it's going to be, when it happens, you will understand why I saw this the way that I did. So imagine that you're at a dinner, a private dinner, like you're at a restaurant, and you have one of those rooms saved off for you and everyone around you. You're celebrating a birthday or whatever kind of get together. There's a reason why you guys are all together having dinner, drinks, talking, socializing, you know, all of that. Now, I feel there are several people who are interested. There's a lot of people who are interested in you, but within your circle of people, there's a female that's interested in you, and she's more masculine, and she's into you, attracted to you. And there's a male that's very attractive to you. I'm not able to distinguish who's who in this situation. Like, I don't know if it's the female or the male. I'm going to gear it towards the male, and I'm going to stay with that just for clarity purposes, okay? So this man comes and starts talking to you. He's like, it's kind of loud because everyone's all hyped up, and, you know, maybe there's music playing that's like at a reasonable tone, but it adds to the noise. And so he has to get close to you, and he has to get close to your ear and talk to you. And that intimacy, the energy of this intimacy alone is palpable. I mean, it's one of those things where people are like, what is in the air? The air is thick in here. I'm like smelling around, like, what is this? What is this that I'm feeling? And it's like radiating off of you guys. I can compare this to that video that went viral of Sweetie and some guy, I think his name's Jack, I don't know, whoever this guy is, and he introduces himself to her, and they have that little like playful banter. You know, she's like, I know who you are, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, that kind of thing, right? And there's like something like shared there, I guess, if you want to say that. Amplify that times 10, times 100, whatever. Because this guy is going to be really soulful. Like, he has it. He's not some young kid. No offense to this Jack guy or whatever, but it's like, this guy is really suave, and he has it all. He has it all when it comes to just, like, his energy is intoxicating, mysterious, dark, like in a good way, dark. It's like a tornado. It's atmospheric. Like, it just sweeps you up. And it catches you, the energy of him, that connection you have with him catches you off guard. Where you feel so, like, bashful to the point that you recoil within you. You get very shy and like giggly and nervous, and the word I'm hearing is like buzzing, like your head's buzzing, like it's buzzing, and you're ungrounded. Like, his energy is so strong that it pulls you like a tornado. You feel it coming, and you're, you know, at the mercy of Mother Nature, and he sweeps you up. And you're so ungrounded that the attempts that you make to ground yourself, it gives you like chills, like tingles, like full body butterflies. And it's electrifying. But as you try and ground yourself, it's like he trips you up again. Like, you can't ever catch your breath. And it's kind of like he doesn't let up. He doesn't let up on his energy. And you like it. It's not a bad thing. Like, you like it, but you never felt this type of energy before. I think you're the kind of person up until now, like this moment, up until that moment, where you have been vulnerable. You have given your heart away. You have been receptive. You have been open. You have been expressive. You have been loving. You've been all these wonderful, open, authentic versions of yourself. And you've been hurt in all of these moments. You know, there's been heartbroken moments there, but in truth, I would compare you back to being baby Doja. It's like, it's not the same. It's not this depth that you are gonna feel. Like, it's like, until you've ever experienced an energetic exchange like that with someone, there's no comparison, you know? It's like really impactful. And it's interesting because when I step out of it, like when I step out of that situation, it pulls me into this, I'm saying memory because that's the word that I'm getting. What I was seeing is like an image, but the word I get is memory. So I don't know. But I'll use memory. It's a memory of Aaliyah. And Aaliyah being in the studio, with people that I think anyone who is familiar with Aaliyah and whatever was going on there, it's like her in the studio with someone And there's like, I'm just hearing all kinds of different things, like captivating, and then like, I'm wondering if it's the same person as who was around Aaliyah, or if it's, there's something there, and I'm not sure what I'm picking up on, where I'm gonna be, I was gonna say wrong, and I'm hearing from, it's like your guardian angel, my guardian angel, and they're like, no, like, don't say you're wrong. You're not wrong about this, but you're being impatient. They're telling me I'm being impatient of trying to distinguish, like, I'm trying to tell you guys what I'm seeing. Like, I'm trying to tell you, or I'm talking to Doja, so I'm trying to tell you what I'm seeing. Okay, let's start with how I feel. It's like the back of my, it's like chills, like the back of my head has chills. My hair has like tingling in my hair. And I'm producing music as Aaliyah. Like, I'm like in the studio. I'm on the outside though, so it's like, you know, in the studios you have like the sound booth, and you have like the recording part. It's like I'm in the recording, I mean, I'm in the DJ booth, or whatever you want to call it. I'm in there, I'm like lounging, and there's like an extended room or whatever, and there's like stuff in there, we'll say like snacks or just like material, like coffee, my bag, whatever, all this random stuff. And there's like a couple people there that I know, but they're not in the industry, like they're not well known in the industry unless you are in the industry, you know what I mean? Or if you're like really big fans of certain people or certain things, and so you know them from just like outside research type of thing. They're around, whatever, we're just kind of like hanging out, and like we're kind of like brainstorming, and sometimes I'm going into the booth and someone else is going into the booth, like a man, it's an older man, and we're just like, let's try it out, let's do, oh, that sounds good, let's add that, let's slice this into there, let's put this, oh, it's like you're creating music, okay? What it kind of feels like to me is that you are going to be, or you have, but I think you're going to be, it's after you meet this person, you're going to be channeling Aaliyah. Like her spirit is going to be here in the studio. She's gonna bring music to you. She's gonna bring information to you. She's gonna bring words to you. She's gonna bring sound to you. And it's almost like you're gonna be in this hypnotic state. Like kind of like in and out of hypnotic state. It's like really like channeling her. It's not intentional. I don't feel, it's kind of like you're not really gonna have that full awareness. Like maybe you do, but it's not like some, you know, not like some of this Hollywood stuff that people do. It's like this is genuine. This is like in a positive way, genuine positive. Where it's like she's there, like vibing with you guys. And this man, I'm not, it's like I'm just laughing because the analogy is like, it happened really fast and it was like really funny. It's like, I was like seeing like Music Soul Child, Anthony Hamilton, and then it's like that is him, and then here's you, Doja, and then combined, but then it's like Maxwell, you know, like Maxwell has like a higher voice, so it's like you're gonna be, it's kind of like, the joke that I'm getting is because he's so deep and soulful like Anthony Hamilton or Music Soul Child, it's like he's gonna be singing the pitch of Maxwell because of you, and he's gonna be like, hey, like higher voice. And then you, because you being spliced together with this guy, and his depth and soul is like you because you're high pitched in a way like Maxwell, then it gives you that soul and that depth of Maxwell. Not that you didn't have it, but it's to this capacity. It's like, again, it's when you experience this, it's like, it's something that was dormant within you, right? Like, that is what gives you the experience. That's what gives you the soul. That's what gives you, you know, it's like, it's the troubles and the trials and tribulations of your life that create the depth of who you are. And the depth of who you are has always existed within you, but it's kind of like dredging it up to the surface, right? It's like reigniting your soul. A profound and beautiful way. So the message I get is that overall, like, this is very, very beautiful and captivating and exciting, but at the same time, it's like your guardian angels are saying, like, understand how treasured you are. Don't ever lose sight and don't ever forget how treasured you are, how beautiful you are, what a kind soul you are. And I'm hearing like kindred soul, like you're kindred to innocence, like you're a very innocent soul. And I'm seeing like baby animals, baby bunnies, baby birds, like springtime. I'm seeing like Easter and the pastels and everything that represents like the cheerful parts, you know, and like kind of like the commercialized parts of Easter. Everything's like very, very fuzzy and soft and inviting. And so they're saying to stay in that energy, and they are acknowledging how, because they're bringing me into my awareness of me. And okay, so basically, like, okay, talking about me, they want me to share this because it's similar to you in a way, of something that you're experiencing. So with me, I'm very happy-go-lucky, optimistic, friendly, whatever, all those whatever kind of things, right? But a lot of people in my life have been jealous of me because they feel that I haven't really gone through anything, maybe, because how is it when they're struggling that they're not happy, you know? So it's like seeing me successful or seeing me happy or seeing me go through similar circumstances, why is it not affecting me and holding me back in the way that they're being held back? So it's a comparison and jealousy on that end. And so I see this happening to you. This is a consistent thing, but as you become more successful, as this relationship with this person evolves and your music evolves and just everything about you just expands, you're going to get more of that more of those questions, more of that energy pushed towards you, pierced at you, focused on you. It's like, why Doja? Why Doja and not me? How is Doja not only successful, but why is she still happy if other things have happened? Or like, why did she go through the same things that I went through and she made it? You know? There's a lot of that. Or it's like with him, maybe he's a highly sought after person or very important in the industry or something. There's something about him that everyone or a lot of people admire, and they're like, why her? You know? And it's not any testament of a lack in you. Obviously it's just of more of a jealousy and like, why not me? Like, what's wrong with me? And so your guardian angels are highlighting to stay in the energy of who you are, where it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter if they're worrying about you, let them worry about you. You stay in your lane. You stay who you are. You stay true to yourself. And yes, things might be a struggle from time to time, I think. Like, basically, okay, how do I say this? If this relationship, I don't know what this is, like, let's say that it is, let's just play that it's a relationship. Even if it doesn't work out, don't look at it as if you're cursed, or don't look at it as if, like, it wasn't, like, you're not enough. I don't know. I think basically, like, the regular human emotions that you would have going through something like that. I feel like the majority of people experience relationships like that. Okay? And you have to be okay going into something. It's like allowing yourself to be open, allowing yourself to experience it, allowing yourself to feel the full spectrum of your life and face it head on as an adventure. And know and have trust in yourself, and trust in faith, because you're not doing this alone. You're not doing life alone. You know, you have God on your side. You have your guardian angels on your side. You know, they're here to guide you and to support you through everything that you're experiencing. So remember that and recognize that you're going to be okay no matter what. So don't limit yourself based on fears. Don't hold yourself back based on fears of something that may or may not ever happen. And if it did, know that there's a blessing behind that. Know that that can lead you. You know, some of the, like we talked about earlier about like trials and tribulations, bringing in soul and bringing in depth. Like, it's in those moments that you find yourself, you connect to source, and you create even something even bigger than you ever imagined. So, do you see what I'm saying with that? Is like, understand that however good things are right now, they're going to get even better. And even if it seems as if you ever take any sort of steps back, know that that's not the case. That is actually building character in you, and it's leading you to something even greater. And that's the trajectory that I see for you. And again, why I brought those people up is because it's a confirmation that you're doing a very good job of not letting these people get to you and what their opinions are of you. And I think it's not just a celebrity, but anyone in the world can relate to that. Whether they're aware of it or not, of people who hyper-focus. They'll hyper-focus on someone that they don't like, that they're jealous of or whatever, and look for ways to be self-gratifying. So it's like if you're watching someone and you're hoping poor, like bad things on them, and then they trip on a rock, it's like you get excited over that. You fester on that. You're like, you know, if you're obsessed and you'll be like, I did that somehow. It's like, I put that rock there, you know, or whatever. I wished for that rock. I don't know, stuff like that. And so everyone has those kinds of people. And it's just the more, I see this with a lot of people, but it's interesting because it's just the way it's just the way energetically things work. It's like the more you do good, the more bad tries to intercept. So don't let that happen, right? And they're just like your guardian angels are just like, we have your back. Be confident in yourself, be confident in your decisions, and be confident that you can get through any perceived obstacle, and you will. You are graced with a lot of they're saying like you're graced with a lot of good. You're a good soul. You're a good soul. That's what they're saying. You're just really a good person. So yeah, that's my reading. That's what I see coming up. Mostly because that's what wanted to come through. That's what wanted to be shared. And so that's awesome. Thanks, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.